Hello everybody and welcome to today's class. Today we are using light weights. If you have them, wonderful. If you don't, it is not a big deal. We're starting all the way up in standing, finding Pilates stance, heels together, toes apart. Grow tall from the heels all the way to the crown of the head, relaxing the shoulders, sliding down the back. Inhale through the nose, fill the body up with air. Exhale, press that air out and let it go. One more deep breath, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Footwork toes, bend into the knees, inhale. On your exhale, zip up through the inner thighs to stand tall. Inhale, bend. And exhale, stand. Slide the knees away from each other like you're unzipping a zipper. Pull everything back up right into the center line. You're down to come right back up. And again. Keeping the rib cage right on top of the hips, nice flat back. We go down for 4. To lift up, here's 3, down. And we're up for 2. And last time down to come up, footwork arches. Legs come all the way together, all 10 toes forward. Inhale, little bend into the knees. Exhale, pull inner thighs together to stand back up. Little bend. And a lift, growing tall out of the crown of the head every time that you stand up and pulling into the center line even deeper as you bend and lift. Think of inner thigh pulling to inner thigh, sits bones pulling to sits bone at the back. You know where your sits bones are, they're your butt bones at the back. And lift, here's 4, we lower. 2, lift, and it's just a little lower. It's not a squat, we're just getting everything ready to move. 2, and one more time, we'll lift up, footwork heels. Step the feet out about hips distance apart. Same movement, we bend the knees to lift right back up. And again, we're down to lift up. It's just that little bend and lift, keeping the back nice and flat. Thinking of the spine elongating with every breath. Every inhale you grow tall, every exhale you hold on to that length. You're down to come up, and we're down. To lift, inhale, exhale, scoop the low abs and lift. Here's 4, you'll lower and lift, lower and lift. Here's 2, or down. And one more time, down. To lift, tendon stretch. Step the feet all the way together. Legs glue into the center line. It's a little lift onto the toes and a press right back down. Little lift. And press, pull the inner thighs towards each other, pull the inside edges of the feet towards each other as you lift. And every time we lift, it's just like you're trying to touch your head to the ceiling and you press right back down. Lift and land your heels in the same spot. Lift and lower. Here's 4, we'll lift. Lower, 3 and 2. One more time, lower. Find your way to the top edge of the mat. Make a box with the arms, stand up a little bit taller. Pick the right foot up and bring it behind the left. Grow even taller as you pull into your center line, and we'll lower all the way down onto the mat. Hips come down, you'll uncross at the ankles, hands outside of the hips. Lower all the way down onto your mat. The 100, curl up, chin to chest, eyes into the abs, float the arms away from the mat and begin to pump. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep pulling the legs together, scooping through the low abs. Ribs pull into, lift a little higher. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 more sets. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Soften through the neck. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's 2. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last breath in, deep in. And exhale, press all of that air out. Lower down to the mat. Knee sways, legs glue together. We'll bring the knees over towards the right, only going so far that the knees stay level. And you'll exhale to come back through center Inhale, take the knees over towards the left. Little lift of the right hip, but again, knees stay level. And we use that right side oblique to come back through center. It's just a little sway over to the right, inner thigh to inner thigh. We pull back through center, anchoring the left hip into the mat. We go over to the left and pull right back. And one more time, take it to the right. And you're up through center and over to the left. Come right back up through center, reach and pull. Knees over the belly button, arms up, fingertips to the ceiling. Press the hands down outside of the hips and return the arms up, fingertips over armpits. Press down right outside of the hip and reach out even longer to return the arms up. Again, you're down. To lift. Now with the legs, we're thinking less of a traditional tabletop shape, more of a ball shape with the legs. So things are in nice and close. We're drawing the low abs away from the thighs. One more time, we're down to lift up right into circles. Reach out to the sides of the room, pull into the hip and lift. Reach out, pull in and lift. And you can reach out in line with the shoulder. I'm limited by my reformer, or else I'm going to whack it out in and lift. One more circle. It's out, in, and lift, reverse. Press down, reach out, around, and lift. Down, out, around, and lift. Let's only make that circle as big as we can control. So it might be little, and that's okay. We're here for 2. Down, out, around to lift. And one more time. Triceps, press the hands down, bend the elbows to 90 degrees and push the arms to straight. Bend the elbows as if you're sitting in an armchair and lengthen through the tricep to reach it to straight. Bend in and push. 3 more, you'll bend and push. Here's 2, we're in to go out. One more time, bend in. Push out and lift the arms all the way back up. Take the feet down to the mat, arms down by your sides, and we'll take things right into frog. Legs are coming back up. You'll separate the knees shoulder distance, find Pilates stance with the feet, and then do a soft point of the toe. Inhale to reach out long through the legs. Exhale, bend the knees as you pull right back in. Similarly to how we started this class up and standing, same kind of idea with the legs. We inhale to reach away and lengthen. Exhale, scoop the low abs to pull right back in. Here's 3. And we're in for 2. Push out. And one more time, we're out. Press those heels together. And right back in. Push the legs out on the 45 to circle. Lift the legs, separate the feet, press down, connect the heels and lift. Open down, connect and lift. Now this circle's only as big as we can control. With the back staying pretty flat on the mat. Pelvis staying pretty stable. As if the pelvis is a bowl of water. You want that water facing up to the ceiling instead of tipping forward or back. And reverse that circle. Press down through center. Pull the heels apart. Lift up and around. Down, out, around, and lift. Reach out even longer through the tips of the toes. Around and lift. Finding length in opposition. Like your legs are growing 1 inch with every circle. Here's 2. We're down, out, around to lift. One more time. Bend the knees. Woo, find your butterfly stretch. Bring the soles of the feet together. I cannot speak. Your hands can come to your feet or your shins will unfold the right leg out towards the right side of your room. Nice big stretch in the inner thigh. Right leg comes back in to meet the left, find your butterfly, and unfold the left leg out. And we're right back in. One more time each side. Right leg unfolds, nice deep stretch in that right inner thigh. Right leg comes back in and the left leg will unfold. Bring the legs in through center, feet down onto the mat. Shoulder bridge prep. Pull everything into your center line. Lift the hips to come up into your bridge, reaching out through the kneecaps to find space from the hip all the way to the knee. Roll down through the spine, upper back, middle back, lower back. Take your time. Really get everything down. Tailbone comes down and we're right back up. Press down into the heels. Use the glutes to lift the hips up. Inhale, soften the neck. Exhale, roll down, upper, middle, lower, and tailbone. 2 more just like that. Lift the hips to come up and roll everything down. Yeesh. One more time. Here we go. Lift the hips to come up and bring everything right back down. Knee folds. Pull the right knee in right over the belly button, scooping through the low abs to lift up and place the right foot back down on the mat. Same thing on the left side. We're drawing in through the low abs to pull that left knee in and lower back down. Think of the leg moving as one piece. So we're moving from the hip. The knee is staying bent the same amount. We're just floating off of the ground to pull in and lower. One more time on the right side, in and lower, and on the left side, in and lower. Knee folds from the top. Both knees pull in right over the belly button, and we lower from the hip to tap the right toes to the mat, and we'll switch. Left toes come down. We're soft through the neck. Arms are down by the sides, heavy on the mat, and we switch to switch. Just for 2 more, we'll switch and switch. One more time. It's a switch and a switch. Knees pull in, give them a little hug. Rock side to side. Lengthen the legs out long on the mat. 3-point turn to come over onto your belly. Right arm reaches back, left knee bends. Take the left arm across the body to roll all the way over onto your belly. Arms by your sides, head presses down, legs in the center line. Flight. Lift the head, lift the chest, slide the hands back on the mat to lift, 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 and lower all the way back down. Again, lengthen at the back of the neck, lift the head and the chest, and we're all the way back down. One more time like that. Lengthen, pushing a marble away with the nose to lift, 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 and lower all the way back down. Pulling straps 2. Arms reach out to T. We have a little bit of height between the head and the mat. Pull the pinky side edge of the hand in towards your hip and reach the arms right back out to T. Exhale to pull in like you're squeezing onto a pillow right between the arm and the armpit. Inhale, reach it back out to T. One more time. Pull in. And you're right back out to T. Bend the elbows, hands under the shoulders, press back to resting position. Hips towards the heels, rounding through the spine, lifting the abs away from the thighs. Inhale. And you'll exhale, let that air go. Walk the hands into the knees to come up into a high kneeling position. We'll grab onto our weights from here and set up for chest expansion. Weights in your hands, if you so choose to use your weights. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Draw the ribs in and press the hands back to pull the arms forward. Again, you'll press back, open through the chest, and pull the arms forward. Press back. And you're in. Press back and hold it there. Look to the right, look to the left, look through center, and bring the arms forward. Again, you'll press back, hold it there, look left, look right, look center, and arms forward. Now press back, hold it there. Give me a little reach out towards the sides of the room and pull those weights closer to each other. Little reach out to pull back in. Gaze is forward, crown of the head lifted and reaching towards the ceiling. For 2, we're out. To come in one more time, we're out. And in, and we take a high row. Arms reach out in front of you. Exhale, bend the elbows. Find 90-degree bends at the elbows and slide those arms forward to straight. Bend the elbows to pull in and reach things right back out. Exhale. Inhale to reach, just 3, we're in. To reach out for 2, in. Oh. And one more time, pull in. Reach out, bow and arrow first without the rotation. Flip the palms, bend the right elbow to pull that arm back, look straight forward to me, and reach that arm forward. Same thing on the left. Bend and pull to reach the arm forward. 2 more, no rotation. And then we'll do 3 with. Pull back on the left. Reach the right arm forward in opposition. 1 more time on the right and on the left. Now we twist. Bend the right elbow. Twist towards the right side of your room, reaching the right hip forward. As you press back through center, we take it to the left side. Pull back, reaching the left hip forward. And you're back through center. 1 more to the right. And center and to the left. Through center. Lower the arms. Take a moment. A little shake of the shoulders. Serve a tray. Pull the elbows into your sides. Flip the palms up towards the ceiling. Reach your arms out in front of you and bend the elbows to pull right back in. Inhale, reach out to lengthen. Exhale, bend the elbows. Pull everything back into your center. You're out to come in. It's always at this point that I'm like, 3 pounds. It's heavy. 2 more. We reach it out to lengthen. Exhale, pull everything back in. I think I just said 3. Here's 2. 1 more time. We're out to come in. You'll press the arms out right into your circles. Lift up, go out, around. Pull in, into the next circle. Up, out, around. As you reach forward, pull the ribs down in opposition. So you feel the support through your powerhouse. Here's 3. And 2. 1 more time. Woo! Reverse those circles. Reach it out towards the sides of the room. Pull the ribs in and lower the arms down. Reach the crown of the head up. Now, can we even engage the lower body? Gentle squeeze into the glutes. Think of the sits bones pulling together to help support you in this high kneeling position. Here's 1 more. We're out, around, and lower, hug a tree. Arms come up as if you're holding onto a beach ball. Inhale to open the arms, unhinging from the shoulder. Exhale, pull everything back in. Give that beach ball a hug. Inhale, open. I can't do it with the weights. Exhale, close. Gets too hard. Inhale, open. Exhale as you close. As you open, you pull the ribs together at the front. And exhale, pull everything back into the center line. Here's 3. My shoulders can't take it. Open. And close for 2. We'll open. And close 1 more time. We're open to close. Lower the arms down. Take your weights and put them off to the side. That's actually going to be all we're doing with the weights for the rest of class. Take a seat on your mat, feet in front of you, feet about hip bone distance apart. Hands can come right to the back of your legs, and we do short box round from here. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, curl the pelvis under. Start to find your C curve, and we'll roll ourselves back about halfway. Hands can get a little lighter behind the thighs. Inhale and exhale. Use the abs to lift you up. Inhale, up tall. Exhale, curl the pelvis under. Just to about halfway. You'll inhale, let the breath expand. Exhale as you rebuild. And sit up tall. Your hands are really just there for support. They're not there to pull you up or hold you back. Just gentle touch. 2 more. We curl the pelvis under, draw the low abs into the low back, and exhale, you're right back up. 1 more time. Curl under to take it back. And exhale, we're right back up. Flat back. Bring your hands behind your head, hand over hand. Press your head into your hands, reach the elbows out, and pull the ribs in. Sit up a little bit taller, and with the flat back, you'll hinge back to lift right back up. See how tiny that was? Little hinge back. Press into the heels to lift it back up. 2 more. Grow tall to hinge back. And lift 1 more time. Reach up even taller. Hinge back. And you're all the way up side to side. Slide the legs out in front of you. Pitch a little bit forward in front of the hips. Soft bend in the knees. Little baby twist to the right. We lift up through the side body to reach left elbow towards the left edge of the mat. Press back into the right hip. Little twist towards the left, grow tall and reach. Right elbow towards the right edge of the mat, pressing back into the left hip. Lift all the way up. Again, it's a little twist, and we lift up through the side body. Stay open through the chest. Space from elbow to elbow. Grow tall and reach it to the right. One more each direction. Grow tall through the crown of the head. Side bend it over towards the left. And grow tall, side bend it to the right. All the way back up through center, and we'll climb a tree. Little shake of the shoulders. Pull the right knee into the chest. Hands can come behind the hamstrings, or you can hook the right elbow behind the knee. I'm gonna hook my elbow. Sit tall, kick the leg, bend the knee. Just an easy kick. It doesn't have to get to straight. Kick and bend, kick and hold the leg there. Walk up your leg towards your ankle. Now see if you can get your toes at eye level. Right, if you're really flexible, you're probably right up here. Lower the leg. Let your arms go straight. Find your C curve, drawing the abs in, forehead towards the knee, and we take a little rock back on the hips. Just a little one, and rock forward. Just like how we started, little rock back, started this series, to be clear. 2 more, it's a little rock back. And we're forward, one more time, little rock. And pull forward. Rebuild the spine, sit tall, cross the right ankle over the left knee. So we find a figure 4. Hands can come down by your sides, you'll grow tall and round forward over that figure 4. Rebuild the spine, sit up tall. And switch out the legs. Right leg comes out, left leg comes in. You can hook the elbow or take hands behind the hamstring. Easy kicks. Kick and bend, relaxing through the quad, releasing tension from the upper body, softening the neck. Here's 2. And we kick and hold. Walk up the leg towards the ankle, sit tall, and find your C curve, forehead towards the knee. Little rock back. Stay heavy through the back of that right heel. Rock it forward. Little rock back. Use the abs to rock and support you forward. 2 more. It's a rock back. Soften the shoulders. Rock it forward. One more time. Little rock. And you'll pull forward. Sit tall. Cross left ankle over the right knee. Figure 4. Hands by your sides. And you'll round forward over that figure 4. Inhale. Exhale, rebuild, and sit up tall. Slide the left leg out to meet the right. Okay, we take a little stretch. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, dive up and over, reaching hands towards the toes, and start to rebuild the spine, rolling up, low back, mid back, upper back. Head comes up, arms come up. Inhale, grow tall and dive forward. Rebuild your spine. Think of spine stretch forward. Roll up low back, mid back, upper back. Head comes up. 2 more. Grow tall and reach. Pull back as you rebuild low back, mid back, upper back. Head comes up. 1 more time. We're up and we dive up and over. Rebuild to come all the way back up. Cross at the ankles. Use your hands to bring you forward, and we'll come up into a kneeling position. Once you're in kneeling, we get to do our side sit-ups. Right knee stays down, left leg reaches out by your side. Hands are coming behind your head. You'll inhale to grow tall. On your exhale, pitch out into the wind. Take your right hand down to the ground. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Right hand comes away from the ground and you just hold this shape for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand comes back to the ground. Inhale. Exhale, let that air go. Again, we take the right hand behind the head and we add on a little movement. Dip down and lift. Dip down, find that diagonal line to lift. Just for 2, we dip. And lift 1 more time, dip. Use that left side oblique to lift and take your right hand back down to the ground. Reach your left arm up and over, big side body stretch. Rotate down to the mat so that your left hand finds the mat. It can come right next to your right. Open up through the left arm, press down into the right hand to come all the way up, and you'll counter stretch at the top, reaching up and over through the right arm. Whee! And we'll switch over to the other side. Come all the way up, left knee comes down, right leg reaches out. Hands behind the head, hand over hand. Grow tall, and we'll pitch out into the wind. So we find our diagonal line. Left hand comes down to the ground. Inhale. Exhale, let that air go. Left hand comes behind the head, and you just hold it here. 3, 2, and 1. Left hand comes down. And again, left hand behind the head. We add some movement. Little dip down and lift to the diagonal line. Reach out to dip and lift. Ribs pull in, dip. One more time, dip and lift. Left hand comes down. Right arm reaches up and over. Big stretch. Rotate down to your mat. Right hand can come right beside your left. And we'll open back up into that side body stretch. Press into the left hand. Come all the way up. Find your counter stretch at the top. Reaching up and out through the left side. Rebuild the spine. Come all the way back up. Pull the right knee in to meet the left. And we'll take a seat on the mat running. Lay all the way down onto your mat with the feet out in front of you. You can bring everything together in the center line, arms by your sides. Whew. We first start off by lifting up through the right heel, keeping the right toes connected to the mat, and then we'll switch the legs. It's going to be a little movement, just a little lift of that right heel, and then a little lift of the left as the right heel lowers. Switch. And we'll switch. If you need to move the feet in a little bit closer to you to get some more height, you can do that. And we'll just keep up with the switch of the feet. It's tiny. Let it be tiny. Let it be tiny. With every switch of the feet, I want you to think of your glutes working to lift the heel away from the mat. Keeping the pelvis stable on the mat and continuing to pull into the center line through the inner thighs. We're here 4 and 3. Switch. Here's 2. And one more time, switch and switch. Pelvic lift. Both feet come down. We'll separate the feet about mat's distance and a little turn out through the toes. Curl the hips up just so you're about a fist distance away from the mat. Hold it there for an inhale. Maybe lift a little bit higher on the exhale. And then on your inhale, you'll roll everything right back down to the mat, lengthening the tailbone down. Again, we exhale to curl the hips up. Start about a fist distance. Inhale. Exhale, you curl up a little bit higher, drawing in through the low abs. And roll all the way back down. Now, even though the feet are wider, I want you to imagine you're holding onto the ring between the inner thighs. Okay? Imaginary ring. We do a little press in. We curl the pelvis up. Inhale. Exhale, you come up a little higher, still pressing into the ring. Inhale. And exhale, we're rolling it all the way back down. I know this breath has been a little bit jumbled. Stick with me. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, we curl the hips up. Press into your imaginary magic circle. Curl up a little higher. Draw in through the low abs. And roll everything down. Just one more like that. We curl the hips to come up. Press into your imaginary magic circle. You're a little higher. And roll everything right back down. Bring the legs all the way together and slide them out to straight. Lift the right leg up. You can hold on right behind the hamstring and just point and flex the foot. And flex to point. As you flex, we stretch from the heel all the way to the sits bone. So entirely across the back of the leg. As you point the toe, you're stretching through the front of the leg. One more time. It's a flex to point, and we circle the ankle for 5. As complete of a circle as you can do. 3, 2, and 1. Reverse that circle. 5. Try to just circle from the ankle, not from the knee, not from the hip. One more time. Hold the leg there. One leg circle. Turn out from the hip, arms by your sides. Cross to the left, lower around and lift. cross, down, around, and lift. Stand into your left leg like you're standing on the ground, pressing down through the back of the heel and reaching the bottom of the foot towards the wall in front of you. Reverse that circle from the top. Go to the right, lower the leg, cross the center line and lift. Open, lower, cross, and lift. Reaching back through the right hip, especially on the come up. Here's 2. One more time. Lower the right leg down, lift the left leg up, point and flex. Reach the toes to the ceiling, flex the foot, pull the heel up, pull the toes to your nose. Point the toe to come up, flex the foot to pull back. 3 more, point and flex. Get that stretch at the ankle, 2. Ooh. Why is pointing and flexing suddenly so hard? Point the toe, hold it there, circle the ankle, 5. Oh yeah, it's a little creaky on this side. You get it, right? 1 more and reverse that circle, 5, 4. Yeah, ooh, left side is 2. It's hard. 1 leg circle, turn the leg out from the hip, arms stay by your sides. We cross to the right. Lower, down, around, and lift. Cross, down, around, and lift. Standing into the right leg. You have a flexed foot. You're active through the back line of your right leg. And that means from your heel all the way to your sits bone. You're keeping the work there. Reverse that circle. Take it out to the left. Lower, cross the center line and lift. Open, lower, cross, and lift. As you cross, we pull inner thigh to inner thigh. Here's 2. 1 more time. Open, lower, cross, and lift. Lower the left leg down. Flex the feet like you're standing on the ground. Rib cage curl. Arms lift up. Lift the head, lift the chest. Eyes on the toes. And roll it all the way back down. Again, lengthen at the back of the neck. Lift the head, lift the chest. Eyes on the toes. Pull the ribs in. And roll all the way back down. 2 more. Lengthen to lift. And you're all the way down. 1 more time. Lift the head, lift the chest, eyes on the toes. And you're all the way down. Here's 1 full roll up. Lift the head, lift the chest, draw the ribs in. Press down through the back of the heels. Find that C-curve shape at the top, rounding to reach forward. Inhale. Exhale, rebuild the spine, hands outside of the hips, cross at the ankles, and use your hands to help you press all the way up to stand. Once you're up and standing, you can uncross at the ankles, and we've got just a little bit more to go. Find your Pilates stance, heels together, toes apart. Make a box with your arms with your favorite arm on top. Press down through the top arm, press up through the bottom arm, draw the ribs in, shift your weight a little forward into the toes, and lift up, pulling the heels together. Lower right back down. And lift up, heel to heel, inner thigh to inner thigh. 2 more, lift. And lower, 1 more time, lift. And lower the heels down, alternating arms reach out, right arm comes up, left arm presses back, and we'll switch the arms. To switch the arms and switch. 1 more each side, switch. And circles. Arms in front of you. We lift up to go out, around, and pull in. Keeping the circles in your peripheral vision. So if you lose your arms, you've gone too far. 1 more circle. Up, out, around, and in. Reverse that circle. Out, around, and press. 2 more. 1 more time. Out, around. Press down, hold it there. Standing roll down, tuck chin to chest. Roll yourself down away from the wall behind you. Rounding, rounding, rounding. Lifting the abs away from the feet. Can you round a little bit more? Inhale at the bottom. Exhale as you rebuild the spine. Rolling up low back, mid back, upper back. Shoulders on top of hips. Head comes up. And you're all finished with me. Hopefully you enjoyed this class. I had a lot of fun. I don't know about you. This class is part of a series of classes that I've been teaching in person. This is the mat version of a reformer class that I taught today. If you like this style of class, you're in luck because more of these classes are coming. If you want more, just like more in general, join us in the YouTube membership. I would be so happy to have you. You get a ton of members only classes and members first classes too. You can see the button right down there that says join, and that'll get you into the YouTube membership. The class plan for this class, if you're a Pilates instructor, will be linked down in the description of this video. Remember, you're awesome. You can do anything you put your mind to, and I'll see you back here for our next class.